It's new comic book day, and I'm not going to make it to the store today, so we'll look at what I'm pulling, but also kind of a new comic book day in the mail for me. Howdy, I'm American Texan, and I love comic books, specifically reading comic books, the stories inside, the art, enjoying the medium itself. We'll let other channels deal with the drama and the stupid things that creators say. We're here to talk about the stories, and specifically on Wednesdays, it's New Comic Book Day. And unfortunately, I'm not going to make it to the shop today. I'm going to have them mail my pulls to me so I can have them by Friday and start reading them. But we're going to take a look at what I'm pulling here, and let's talk about what's releasing, what I'm excited for, maybe something that you're going to be reading we can chat about and nerd about in the comments. So let's go in here. I am looking at my pull list according to League of Comics Geeks, and let's take it publisher by publisher like we usually do. I do have about 19 comics, I think, ready for me, waiting for me at the shop that will be mailed out today. When it comes to Marvel, hey, look, just one book, Infernal Hulk #5. Early reviews are good. I like doing, I like, physical reading. I like showing you the books, but a nice thing about talking about these things ahead of time and filming this early Wednesday morning before the kids get up is that you get some early reviews already starting to trickle in, I think, from an international audience and from reviewers who are who have had the book for a couple days. But yeah, so Infernal Hulk #5. I'm slowly catching up on the run before this, Incredible Hulk by PKJ. And things are starting to make sense, but it definitely is not your typical Hulk story. But I am still enjoying it, and the art is still phenomenal. We've got 9 books waiting for me when it comes to DC. First, we've got World's Finest. Whoops, I don't have it yet, so let's not add it. We've got Clash of the Kryptonians. Interesting. So I think this ties into Reign of Supermen here. 249. I really liked the last issue. Dan Mora's art is absolutely incredible. Let's see here. I also went ahead and requested the Art Germ variant of Batwoman 1. I don't have many high hopes for it. It's already getting a 3.6 on League of Comics Geeks as well. Batwoman's a character I just haven't really gelled with, especially with her relationship with the new questions. Just, I don't know, it's just kind of like modern writing, characters doing character things that don't really seem like a character thing. Like, it's just something that the writers want them to do. So I don't know. This is written by Greg Rucka, who hit and miss for me. But my shop did have an Art Germ variant. They had the live show where they showcase what's coming out on Wednesday. They do a live show on Tuesday nights. They had an Art Germ variant, and I said I figured I'd go ahead and get it. Those at least retain value, and people will want it even if it's not that great of a book. So I'll check it out. Probably won't read it, but that is waiting for me at the shop. We also got Deathstroke. I'm excited for this one. This is why Tony Fleece, right? Yeah, Tony Fleece. I really, really enjoy all of his books. I think he's a great writer. I think he does, especially when he does stuff for Marvel, he can become a victim of letting editorial influence too much of what he's writing. But I don't think DC, from what Scott Snyder's saying, they're kind of letting creators do what creators want to do. So Tony Fleece, I think, is a great writer, and I think he's going to write something really good here. So Deathstroke, the Terminator, I'm excited to read that. I think my comic shop owner said that it was really good as well. And then we've got End of Life by Kyle Starks. Again, speaking of like, hey, let creators do what creators do, I feel like DC kind of leaned into Kyle Starks a little too much to make it a little too insubordinate or too adult, grown-up, Rick and Morty-ish with the jokes. So hopefully #2 gets better than #1 was. Otherwise, it might be the first Kyle Starks book that I don't really care for. Then we also got Lobo. Speaking of Next Level, this one's by Scotty Young. Very much looking forward to this one. They had a bunch of covers. My shop had a bunch of covers. They even had the 1 in 25. But I'm not going to get it for the 1 in 25. But I'm interested for the story. So excited to see this one. The previews inside of the DC books last week were really good. So I am excited for Lobo. And then we got Superman Unlimited. I'm not sure what's going on with this book because Stan Slott, he's writing a Spider-Man book or something. People are talking about it on X. So I don't know if he's going to stop writing this or not. I'm not sure. But we've got a new arc starting here, and it does tie into Reign of the Superboys. I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like another Amalgam character or something there. I don't know who that is, but the future of John Kent starts here. And yeah, I think they're de-aging him again or something. I don't know. I don't know too much about the Super family, but we'll see how this is. I read Superman Unlimited because I think it's really cool Silver Agey type storytelling with a modern twist. But that's a good modern, not the capital M modern that makes me roll my eyes sometimes. But Superman Unlimited is waiting for me at the shop as well. As far as facsimiles, we've got 2 facsimiles that I'm excited to see. Detective Comics. This is Batman Year 2 Part 2. I think I skipped Part 1. I don't know if this is on here. Maybe I didn't mean to pull this, but I mean, if I pre-ordered it, I pre-ordered it. So we'll see. We'll see what that's about. I'm excited for this one though. Wonder Woman #1. This is actually a magazine size facsimile, which I'm excited for. It is $10. But I hear it's a good story, the secret origin of Wonder Woman, and so I'll be excited to check that out, and especially in that magazine format. And then one compact comic, Flash Rebirth. Excited for this one. I hear it's a good story. I haven't read it, so we'll check it out and see what that's like. And Jeff Johns, I really enjoy everything that he does. All right, and then let's look at the indie books that I have waiting for me at my shop today. And we'll start with American Caper #5. By the way, I appreciate you guys sticking with me on this. A little bit of a different scenario here. It was take care of some family stuff, so my schedule is all kind of out of whack. But let me know if this format here of sharing these books down. Let me know if this is working out for you guys. We've got American Caper #5 by Dan Houser. This one has gone kind of downhill. I enjoyed #1. #2 I thought was pretty good. #3 and 4 were kind of missed. Like, we have this style of telling where it's very over the top and very unapologetic to both sides, and it's still unapologetic to both sides, but there was a lot of storytelling with a lot of characters, and you're trying to see where all the puzzle pieces fit. And then issues 3 and 4, it's like you take one puzzle piece and you just look at that one puzzle piece, and everything else kind of went by the wayside. So hopefully this will pick back up here, and we got some interesting stuff going on with the families. Not sure what the cover's hinting at there, but hopefully it's good. How many issues do we have left? Let's see. Looks like we got at least 1 issue left. Dead Teenagers #1. I'm not sure what this one was. This is by Oni Press. Let's see. There's no escaping high school. This is by Jude Ellison and Doyle. Since 1997, 5 friends have been trapped in the ultimate nightmare as mysterious entities force them to relive their first prom night over and over again. Okay, so it's a timey-wimey Groundhog's Day. I like Groundhog. I'm not apologetic. If you watch this channel for any amount of time, you know I love time travel stories. Even the worst time travel stories, I really enjoy. And so this is kind of that looping story again. So we've got reliving your prom night over and over again, slasher horror type of thing. I'm going to check it out. I don't remember my comic shop saying that they're going to have this on the shelf, so hopefully they special ordered it just for me. They will do that, which is, again, why I highly suggest you get connected with your LCS and start a pull box. So Dead Teenagers, and we'll see how that is. If it's not in my pull box, I'll honestly not even be surprised. But if it is, I'll be happily surprised, I guess. Then we got Devil on My Shoulder #4. Speaking of Kyle Starks, man, this one is so good. It's John Wick. A woman gets kidnapped and abused and tortured. She ends up living through it. She's mute, and so and there's so much going on with this story. And then she comes under the mentorship of a priest who used to be like a gang member or something or other, like who used to be a Keanu Reeves John Wick in his own right. So he trains her to get her revenge. It's a whole thing. It sounds like a mess when I explain it, but man, it's really good. It's really fun. And it's really good action, and you're just rooting. It's a story about vengeance 100% through and through. So excited for that. G.I. Joe #20. We've got a G.I. Joe book with Optimus Prime on the cover. So all the G.I. Joe stuff is really good. So I'm excited to see. I mean, I don't have much to say other than it's a good book, great art, great storytelling, and Optimus Prime meets Duke. Let's go. Probably one of the books that I'm most excited for is Geiger 22. We've got the Northerner. Looks like he's going to take a court case. So just looking at the cover. You can't really trust covers too much these days, but looking at the cover, Northerner takes Geiger back in time and Geiger can see his family. That's wild. That's going to be an emotional roller coaster if that's what happens in the book. I'm excited for that one. That's probably going to be my most looking forward to book of the week. Then we got Ghost Pepper. This is #9. I'm going to go ahead and stick it out. I think there's 10 or 12 issues. Again, it's not my normal read. I think it's good to sometimes stick with something, even if it's not your normal read, just to not to like feel better about yourself, but just to see what else is out there. I don't know too many people talking about it, but I guess it's pretty good because it keeps going on. and the art is great. You can really see the artists and the creators, Ludo Lullaby's passion come through in the art. The action scenes are great. I just don't quite follow all of the world building. I think he's taken a little bit too much time sharing how everything's going on in the world, but at the same time, it's also enjoyable because he's not telling you anything. You just got to figure it out and infer it from all the context clues. So let me know if you're reading Ghost Pepper. I think it'll read better as a trade, but yeah, I'm sticking out with it on the singles. It's a big indie week, so continuing on Battle Beast number 7. I honestly don't think I've read number 6 yet. It's one of those books that gets buried in your reading pile, and it just keeps getting buried and buried and buried. So I got to pull that out. I got to read number 6 so I can enjoy number 7 here. Starting a new arc. Looks like the Viltrumites are coming into this one. I don't know too much about Invincible. I watched the TV show. I have not read the books yet, other than Battle Beast and Capes that I'm reading now. But the action is really good. The humor is on point. It's subtle humor. It's over the top. I'm enjoying it a lot. And I don't know anything about it. So yeah, let me know if you're reading that and if you're enjoying that. Racer X by Mad Cave. Super enjoying this one. Now, I enjoy Mark Russell more than the average person, I think. And that's just, I like what I like. So I like Mark Russell. But this one is probably the least Mark Russell-y book. You don't get Mark Russell's exaggerated storytelling style in here. He really tells a really good story. If anything's exaggerated, it's the emotions that you feel when you read this. And it's pretty cool because this kind of takes place between issues or around the issues of Speed Racer. So you can see what Racer X is doing in the background to support Speed Racer, support his brother and his family without them knowing that it's him. Like he's Racer X. He's Speed Racer's brother. So I'm loving everything coming out of Speed Racer. Speed Racer is one of my favorites. And if you had asked me last year if Speed Racer would be one of my favorites, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I'd read, but I don't know if I'd love it. And I am loving it now. And then lastly, we got Wrestle Heist number 4. I feel like this one just came out a few weeks ago. Maybe that's I think that's a good thing because it's like, oh yeah, I just read this and I remember it and I'm ready for it next. This one is a heist. I guess they're finally getting to the heist. Kyle Stark, sometimes he only writes 4-issue books. So this one's a 5th. So this is the penultimate issue. Really enjoying this one. Now he's actually wrote and drew this, and he's got his little comic booky style, and it works. It really does work with the type of humor that's in this book. Really, really enjoying that and looking forward to what that is. So that is all of my books for this week, but we're not done yet because I've got a whole stack of books that came in the mail. Let me share with you what I got in the mail and what I'll be hopefully reading this week. And like I said, a huge stack of books. This is normally my books from the LCS, but man, I guess the printer's fired off. Then there's a couple of things that I was excited for that I went ahead and ordered that I've fallen behind on. So starting with Drawing Aces Comics. This is an anthology that they put out. Just good classic comic book storytelling, and this one's an anthology that features quite a few different characters. The art there looks really cool, so I'm excited to read that. Also came with an art print and looks like a trading card on the back, which I'm excited to have. Here's one that I'm kind of taking a risk on. This is The Price of Life. This is from the Daily Mobster. Now, this actually started as a website and a reading experience that I thought was pretty cool online. It's a little bit of a noir type story. And this is unique because the interiors, maybe they're not. Maybe I just don't know anything. But it's black and white, but it's computer generated. So it's very interesting, the storytelling here. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I thought it was super interesting. I read a few chapters, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and just check out the book because they did release the book. And I think they just released it. They didn't kickstart it. It's just on their website. So go to thedailymobster.com. You can read it online for free. But I got the book here. I think this might be one of them where the online experience is more better than the book experience, but I like to have the book, so we'll check this out and see what that's like. Also, something that came in, I look forward every time it comes in. By the way, if you're an indie creator and you're kickstarting books, I can't tell you the joy I get when I get a gift tissue wrapped book like this. I know Art Germ, when I buy some books on his whatnot, come like this, and there's one artist or one creator that always comes in their books like this, and that is from Carissa Grant. This is Worthy Chaos Redemption. This is number 16. One of the best just indie books here. Kind of a supernatural storytelling here. Good classic stories, and it comes out every quarter like clockwork. It's a lot of fun, and you can tell she really enjoys the books. Some of them she'll get like a really high name artist like Derek Chu to do a cover. I usually don't get those because I think they're more expensive, and I'm just in it for the stories. But yeah, so Worthy Chaos Redemption. I'm excited to keep this one rolling. And then a few big books that I got. I went ahead and caught up on all the heavy metals that have come out. I backed the Kickstarter #1. My LCS isn't pulling them. I don't know if they just don't have a distribution model that they can follow, whatever. So I went ahead and got 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead, if you're interested in heavy metal, go get them now, because a lot of the covers are out, and a lot of the covers that they have, I'm like, I don't want that. So, but this one's pretty cool. The B cover there, that kind of barbarian, sword and sorcery kind of cover. #3 is this watercolor horror style cover. That one is like, that was like kind of like the best of what was available. This one's pretty cool. I don't think this is the A cover. I don't think they have any A covers left. But here's #4 that also just came out. So they're still rocking and rolling. So I thought, hey, let me check them out and see what's going on. I might do a subscription and just have them automatically sent. I think it's cheaper that way. But I got all the heavy metals. Let me know if you're reading heavy metal, the new stuff that's coming out, because I hear it's pretty good. And their fan base, it might be small, but it's super rabid in a good way. And then I got 4 books from Rippaverse. Apparently they had some printing issues, not printing issues, but delays, I guess, which a delay is an issue. So everything's firing off now at once, and I've got 1 order from Rippaverse and 1 order from Ripascend that came in. Starting with Horseman #2, we got the B cover. I think they're stopping these classic covers, which unfortunately these were always my favorite. And so now it's just kind of who has the cover that I like the most, or who's the writer that I like the most, or the artist for the cover that I like the most. So I'll treasure this as my last classic B cover. But Horseman #2, excited to read this. There's quite a few reviews on YouTube that I have saved, and I'm like, I can't watch these yet because I don't have my book yet. And I think the delay was primarily because of Ripazine #5. So I've got Ripazine #5 here. Excited to get in here and see the stories and maybe try the recipe that's in here, and as well as see a little bit of a preview of Blue Shift and what that character is all about. And then because I like the art of Deborah a lot, I went ahead and tried a different art book. I didn't know it was foil. This is the art of Joe Bennett, and this is showcasing art inside of my favorite book, which is Alpha Core. That's my favorite Rippaverse book. So I decided to go ahead and get this one, see what the commentary and what he has to say about the art inside of there, and maybe see kind of why I enjoy it so much, because that's one thing I want to do, is I want to improve my vocabulary. And then lastly, we've got Daughter's Revenge. This is by Ripascend. This is by Jay and X-Wing of the Geeks and Gamers crew. This one is a little bit wider. It's a different kind of format. It's I wouldn't say it's quite magazine or premiere format, but you can see it's definitely wider than traditional there. So you can see it has about an extra 3/4 inch maybe off the side. So yeah, excited to see this one. Again, I'm not a huge pirate guy, but I'll check it out, because I think if anyone can tell a good story, pirate story, it's going to be Jay and X-Wing. And of course, Daughter's Revenge. I mean, that's going to speak to me all day. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. That's all the books that I'm expecting to come in the mail from my LCS. I'll always connect with your LCS. They do things like, you know, if I can't make it in, and I don't think I'm going to make it in by Friday, then I will have them pack and ship it to me. And they always do. My LCS ships nationwide because they do live shows and consignments and everything like that. But I always recommend check out your LCS, your local comic book shop, if you didn't know what that means, and get in contact with them. Choose to do your business with them. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more YouTube videos. I will try to do another book review for the big 2 and indies. I've got a huge stack of indies that I want to share with you guys, because man, indies are crushing it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Adios.